Spotty gotta do? What?
Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Japanese Tutor. For those of you who do not know me, I teach chess online and I am also a chess coach. So we have a really interesting study here, and it's from the book Knight Endgame Manual. So the link is going to be down below if you want to follow along with us. I really recommend the book. It's I think the Endgame Bible. Another good Endgame book is the Pachenko series, or yeah, that one's really good, or the Summon one. So today we're going to cover defensive methods with a knight against a bishop. And I'm just going to read from the text here. And while I read from the text, take advantage of that time and look at the board. And once you look at the board, really try to come up with the best possible solution. So if you want, you can even pause it right now. It's black to move in this position. Here goes in the text. Sometimes an inferior position may be saved by tactical means, using knight forks. But strategic methods are often used. Let's enumerate the important ones. So the first one is blockading the passed pawn. The second one is fixing the enemy pawns on the same color squares as his bishop. 3. Erecting a barrier. The knight and pawns taking control of a complex of important squares, preventing the incursion of the enemy king, or at least making that incursion much more difficult. Erecting a fortress. And then these techniques are not usually employed singly, but in combination with each other. So that means that you're not only just using one technique, you're using multiple techniques together. And how this plays out, we shall see in the examples in this section. Okay, so this is Pirot versus Yusupov in Germany, 1992. Okay. So for those of you, and this is going to be a little spoiler, so if you have not solved the position yet, pause the video and then continue with us later. Bishop captures a2, king f2, and then king e3, right? So bishop captures a2, king f2, oops, and then king e3 after that would lead to a roughly equal position. Yusupov finds the best practical chance. Okay, so the best practical chance is f5. Now, f5, and then he plays knight c3. His opponent gets greedy by maintaining the balance of material, and he loses the game. So it seems like this is protecting the pawn on a2. Instead, he should have played knight to d2, because if bishop captures a2, f4, fixing the enemy pawn on the same color square as the bishop. On the other hand, king f2, if king f2 here, f4, knight e4, king e7. White is going to create a fortress, so black cannot enter. So he got greedy and played knight c3. d2, threatening bishop to e2. Right? Because if bishop e2, then I cannot take because we're queening. I'll just put that on the board for you. So this is the move that he should play, but just in case, let's say he plays something like this. Then we have here, and we're going to queen. And if they take, then we queen. Anyways, back to what he should play, king f2. And then f4. White's position has become hopeless, since his king is cut off forever from the passed pawn. b3, a captures b. ab, bishop d3. g3. g5, maintaining this pawn here and also control over these two squares. So the pawn is doing a magnificent job. If the knight ever leaves from this square, we're queening, right? Unless they go here, then they're blocking us from queening. Okay, so let's go on with it. So after g5, h4, and h6, again, further protecting this pawn from capture. There is no need to calculate the variation, so let's go back. So there is no need to calculate after h4, f captures g6 check, king captures g3, g captures h check, takes. Then bishop e2. Since it's we have a even simpler solution. So this does win, but there's an even simpler way to win. So let's go back. So the text provides h6, hg, hg, gf, gf, and white resigned because of zugzwang. And here we have knight d1. Let's say if knight d1, king e7, knight b2, and again he cannot take it because we are going to queen, and if you can see, we have erected a blockade, so they cannot go past here. So after knight to b2, king d6, knight d1, knight c5, knight b2, king b5, knight d1, king b4, winning the pawn and winning the game. And we are going to get a queen instead of having to deal with a pawn versus a bishop and this mess here with this pawn here and this pawn here, and making sure that we don't overstep our boundaries and try to push on the wrong place and calculate variations that we don't need to. Just bring the king up, take the pawn, and we're good to go. Now, another line that they could have played, and this is instead of knight to d1, I'll move 10. Another line they could have played is what happens if king g2, maybe trying to come around this way. If king g2, then bishop e2 immediately. King h3, right? Because we're going to take that with the knight if they promote. So if king h3, then bishop captures f3. And he can get in, and we are going to promote this pawn, or maybe we're going to promote this pawn. It's a lot of pawns that we're going to promote, and our king can still get into the action as well. Okay, so I hope that you can take this game and or this position and this endgame study and use it in your games. The way that we won here is we were just able to push through and not allow the knight to set up a barricade against our bishop. So that's one of the usual ways to win a knight versus bishop. If you have the knight, is to set up a fortress, and then you can attack, because the knight is a little bit more versatile because of the color of the squares that he can control. He can control both colors, where the bishop can only control one set of colors. So if you found that helpful, please like the video. It helps us out a lot. And if you really liked it, then consider subscribing. I have a whole bunch of videos on chess, and they're for free here. If you want to check me out, come on Twitch. I stream every single day from 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/JapaneseTutor. It's going to be down below. And also join our Discord if you want to talk more chess and you have any questions. I am always available, and I will answer every single one of you. Thank you. Have a nice one.